soak up the sun. Well, it's no day at the beach for our monster truck racers who won't be riding any waves, but engaging in some car surfing just the same. Awesome air-grabbing action next. This is Trucks and Tractor Power, featuring the all-stars of TNT's Monster Truck Challenge. Welcome to Trucks and Tractor Power on the Nashville Network. We're in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Lee alongside Rich Hooser. And Rich, after a brief sabbatical, a real tour veteran is back in competition.
Right. David Moore is formerly the driver of Equalizers, now behind the wheel of the Ford No Problem. Now, he doesn't foresee any problems with driving the truck. He's real good at what he does, but he says the steering is a little bit different from what he's used to.
So that's the story on No Problem. But speaking of problems, this track offers a special challenge.
Right. It is very narrow. Pit road, of course, in a NASCAR track, everybody's familiar with that. It's not real wide, and you got a 12-foot wide truck going down between two walls. You got to watch out for them walls.
We'll be joined momentarily by Army Armstrong, but first we'll take this break and then come back to Myrtle Beach. Here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the stock car racing has been replaced by side-by-side monster truck racing. We have qualified, but one truck that will not see action will be the popular Gravedigger. Here's Army Armstrong.
Dennis Anderson, one of the crowd favorites. Word we're getting is you're not going to make this first round.
No, I'm not, Army. You know, we had some problems earlier and with the gearbox, and we went out and tested the truck. The gear stripped in the box and put a lot of strain on the transmission. And when I got ready to pull up to qualify, I noticed second gear had a weird noise in it. So I come off the line pretty easy. Then I hammered the truck in drive. And then on the way back through pit road here, I could hear some noise inside the truck. And we went back and checked it out. And I've got a hub going away in the transmission, I guess. So we're not going to be able to make it. There's not enough time in between rounds to change transmissions, get all the safety loops back on it. So we're going to be down for the night.
So a disappointment for the fans of Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger. A 10-truck shootout side by side. The first round Equalizer, Mopar Magic. No Problem with David Morris driving against Wild Hare. And King Kong will take on the Jersey Outlaw. We'll also have Bigfoot against Micro Machines and the Carolina Crusher going head-to-head with Clydesdale. Here is Greg Holbrook, the driver of Equalizer, the truck that won the national title 1 year ago. His competition, round one, Gary Wiggins and Mopar Magic. And by virtue of being the fast qualifier, Equalizer has lane choice. He takes the lane nearest the camera. And Greg Holbrook picks up the victory.
He did a great job. He stayed in between the walls. He had no problems there. But you can't say that's going to happen all night long because every round these guys get faster and faster. Now, Mopar Magic did an excellent job of staying straight, but he's just a little shy on the horsepower.
So Holbrook advances. The fastest a problem here on Mopar Magic. Look at the drive shaft.
He has busted the front drive shaft. It happened at the very end, so it did not affect his run in any way, but he did spit out that front drive shaft right after the second jump.
We started to say that the three fastest losers from round one will advance in this 10-truck format. So some of those guys that lose will have a chance to continue on if they're quick enough down the run. Here's David Morris, the defending national champion. He drove Equalizer 1 year ago, the new driver of No Problem. And today, his competition, round one, Marvin Smith, Wild Hare out of Arnold, Missouri. So it's Chevrolet pickup against Ford Bronco. And David Morris will not be too happy with this run as Marvin Smith takes the victory here in round one.
And Gary, when I talked to David earlier, he said he wasn't afraid of the truck by no means. He just thought that the steering was a little different than he's used to, and I could see that problem. He got a little out of shape there, and the throttle is a little bit different than his old truck too, so he couldn't actually stay in the throttle and keep the vehicle straight.
Well, Marvin Smith, they're going through all kinds of gyrations in the cockpit. Perhaps he wrenched a neck on that run.
Yeah, Mike kind of just lining his head back up, I guess, after that run. He was taking some bad bounces there.
And here is Steve Kane out of Killeen, Texas in King Kong. This is one of the older trucks with a new body on it. And this is Mike Wine, the Jersey Outlaw, a pair of Fords. However, the King Kong Ford is using Chevrolet power.
Right, and of course, Ford power in that Jersey Outlaw is a brand new blown injected alcohol burning engine. He's doing great.
Well, right now the Outlaw with the slight lead, but King Kong comes back to take the victory. Oh, the Jersey Outlaw had the whole shot, but Steve Kane came back to win it.
It was very close down here, Gary. I thought the Outlaw was going to beat him because he was side by side a little bit ahead, but right there at the last set of cars is where Kong just took the lead by a tire length.
This thing tonight's kind of like riding a rocket ship down a bowling alley, and you got to just go right down the middle of this thing?
Yeah, this course is going away, Army. It's, you know, there's big holes in cars and stuff like that. The ramps are shooting you off one way or the other, you know. You just got to go out there and you just got to try to hold the truck straight and just go, you know, as fast as you can.
Well, here's a look at John Pliant in Bigfoot number 4 out of St. Louis, Missouri. The first round, he will go up against a new machine, Kurt Fisher in Micro Machine out of Jefferson City, Missouri.
And of course, Gary, the Micro Machine is owned and built by the Green Boys Racing Toys.
And he gets off to a very poor start as John Pliant will take the victory here in round 1.
Now, Kurt had problems with the front axle, and I'm not sure if he busted the drive shaft or an axle, but I've seen some parts come out down here. I'm going to try to get over to him and find out exactly what happened, but I believe he broke the front axle on the vehicle.
Well, John Pliant drives Bigfoot number 4 as we take a look at the ex-rodeo rider with the black cowboy hat, Bennett Clark, in the pink Clydesdale Chevrolet, and his opposition round 1, the Carolina Crusher with Gary Porter. As they stage these vehicles, Carolina Crusher there on the right, Clydesdale on the left. And the Clydesdale, a bit of a surprise there.
Yeah, it is. He's been running good lately, but I'll tell you, the reason Carolina Crusher, I think Ross says, because the track is a little short for him. He likes some real long courses where he can get his speed up. And the Clydesdale's low-end power just took advantage here of the second set of cars.
So the pink Chevrolet pickup truck, the Clydesdale, advances to round 2 as we take a look at his lucky horseshoe. Remember, the fastest 3 losers of round 1 will have a chance to advance.